Please click like and subscribe and that little notification bell for the next episode.
My name's Gary and I live at Gay Parita. Gay Parita's was established in 1930.
I love the phone.
Well, just get on there and make you a call.
Is it real?
Why, you sure it's real?
Is it?
You want to call Norway?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Whoa.
It's real. It just ain't hooked up.
That's okay, yeah. That is wonderful. Look at the sign.
Someone come here from another state one day and they used to work on phones. And they took the receiver part off right here. And the date that was last time it was worked on, it was stamped 1936.
Whoa.
So it's a pretty old phone.
It's a pretty old phone.
Yeah. Well, this is a kind of a new building. This is my shirts and t-shirts. We sell shirts for American made for $7 each.
Well, Gary, I just want to say thank you for showing us your restored gas station. It was a pleasure talking to you and hearing your stories.
Well, thank you for coming here. It was my pleasure. I love it when folks come to Route 66.
You're going to leave there and you're going to head on Old Route 66 towards Carthage, and you're going to know because you're going to pass this bridge,
Yes.
which we don't know the name of it.
No,
But, you're gonna pass
but
the
it
bridge.
was a pretty cool bridge. It really was.
You're going to go over it and you're going to head on to Carthage. You're going to go through a few towns and you're going to see a few
Abandoned buildings,
That's right.
but they were pretty, for abandoned buildings, they were kept up.
well,
Not
this
kept up,
particular
but
one was falling apart.
I know, but still, they still have their structure on the out, nothing inside, but structure on the outside.
When you're on the road, you're going to come to these little roadside towns.
You gotta stop them.
And they got old broken down
Now
churches
buildings,
and old.
oh, yeah.
And that's the old road. And we're in the town of Avillia. Here's an old church on the old road. They're abandoned and forgotten.
And there usually is one store open.
Yeah.
So you gotta look for one store that's open and make sure you go in there because you
You'll
might have
see
to go to the
something.
bathroom.
On your way to Carthage, you're going to go over another bridge. And one of the first places you should come to is the Boots Motel,
That's right.
which is not really an open motel anymore. It's a place where people rent apartments.
That's right.
The Boots Motel was built in the 1940s. It's also known that Clark Gable once stayed in room 6 of the Boots Motel when he was traveling across country with, I believe, John Wayne. John Wayne continued on down the highway, but Clark Gable decided to stay. Across the street from the Boots Motel is the Great Plains Federal Credit Union. It used to be known as the Boots Drive-In. In its old times, teenagers used to pull up to the drive-in and have dinner, meet girls, meet guys, and head out to the drive-in.
Well, in the center of town is their courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the courthouse is a very, very famous courthouse because it cost so much money to build.
That's right.
They're way over budget on this one.
Huge. They had a lot of art inside the courthouse, remember?
Oh, a very beautiful
It
mural.
was beautiful.
We're with Wendy Douglas outside the Jasper County Courthouse here in Carthage, and Wendy is giving us a little tour of Carthage.
The Carthage Courthouse was built in 1894-1895. It was built from what we call Carthage marble, or known as gray limestone. At one point, Carthage had the most quarried limestone in the world. The courthouse is also known as the second most photographed building in Missouri, second only to the St. Louis Arch. At one time, Carthage actually had more millionaires per capita than anywhere else in America. When you go down to our different antique shops, you can find little bits and trinkets from some of those families. The star up at the top is the Peace Star. It was added to the courthouse after the Vietnam War. The mural was painted by Lowell Davis, a local artist. Starting on the left, it depicts the Indians that started in the area, and then a first residents of Carthage, a couple of generals from the Civil War. This is the Kendrick House, which still stands in Carthage. It was built brick by slaves before the Civil War. It was one of the only buildings left standing after the Civil War. Most of Carthage was burned down. Out of the ashes, you can see Belle Starr. She was born in Carthage, known as Myra Percy. What's significant about Annie Baxter is she oversaw the building of the courthouse, but she was also one of the first women elected in the country, and she was elected as a county official before women had the right to vote. Moving on down the mural, you can see some modernization of different buildings and with lighting, a general store, and in the background you'll see our modern courthouse. The figures down at the bottom are said to mirror Lowell Davis as a young boy and hearing the story of the county from his grandfather.
That's a political thing.
Well, anyway,
Like,
this
don't put it-
mural that they have in there tells the whole history of Carthage from the time it was created to the time when it was burnt down in the Civil War, and how it got rebuilt. And so the whole story is in one painting.